Have you ever wondered if a simple natural remedy could change your health in ways even doctors can't explain? Picture this: an oil so powerful it was tucked inside U.S. military survival kits during World War II, used to treat soldiers' wounds and to fix tanks the next. Now imagine mixing that legendary castor oil with something as simple as baking soda. The results? Absolutely astonishing. This blend has been quietly used in homes for generations, and now it's starting to get the attention it deserves for the way it supports your health from head to toe. In this video, we're going to uncover 5 surprising benefits that happen when you mix castor oil with baking soda, and they're not just minor perks. We're talking about effects that reach your hair loss, your scalp, your heart, and even your body's natural detox system. These are real, observable results that people are talking about, and they just might give your daily routine a boost in ways you didn't expect. Each benefit reveals how powerful this mixture is, not just in theory, but in actual use. And we're not just making bold claims. You'll also hear real insights from medical professionals who've seen these effects in action and were genuinely impressed. Stay tuned until the end because you'll discover how these simple ingredients can become a life-enhancing habit and just might change the way you look at natural remedies forever. Let's get started. Number 1, scalp support for thinning hair. One of the most noticeable changes people report when using a castor oil and baking soda mixture is what happens to their hair, especially thinning or fragile hair that's been gradually fading over the years. When gently massaged into the scalp, this combination seems to wake things up under the surface. The castor oil penetrates deep into the skin, nourishing the roots while the baking soda clears away buildup that might be blocking growth. You're not just coating the surface, you're giving your scalp what it needs to breathe and thrive again. Some users describe it like giving their hair a second chance. And for older adults who've watched their hairlines slowly retreat, that feeling can be priceless. One dermatologist commented, "I've seen patients experience noticeable hair regrowth after consistent use of this natural blend. It's simple, but sometimes simple is all the body needs to reset." This mix doesn't act like a harsh chemical treatment. It doesn't promise overnight miracles. Instead, it works with the body's natural rhythm. By clearing dead skin and buildup with the baking soda, and feeding the follicles with castor oil's nourishing properties, it creates the perfect environment for new growth. Over time, the scalp feels cleaner, softer, and surprisingly more alive. Some people even report their hair appearing shinier and feeling stronger within just a few weeks. An example comes to mind. Robert, a 72-year-old retired school teacher, had all but given up on his thinning crown. His daughter suggested he try this blend as a gentle scalp massage. A few times a week, he figured he had nothing to lose. 3 weeks in, he noticed less hair on the pillow and more coverage at the top of his head. It wasn't dramatic, but it was enough to give him hope. That hope made all the difference. This is what happens when you support your body rather than fight it. When you listen to what your skin, scalp, and hair need and offer a little consistency and care, they often respond with quiet strength. The castor oil nourishes. The baking soda cleanses. Together, they make the scalp feel like it's back in business again. And that's something worth noticing. Number 2, circulatory boost for heart health. Another powerful yet lesser-known benefit of this combination lies in what it can do for your circulation, especially the kind that affects your heart and overall cardiovascular health. Now, we're not talking about swallowing this mixture or using it like a medication. That's not what this is. But when applied as a warm compress, usually over the chest, upper abdomen, or even the bottoms of the feet, this blend can do something remarkable. It helps stimulate movement in the lymphatic system and may reduce inflammation in areas that tend to retain fluid and stagnate with age. This improved movement can ease the pressure on your circulatory system, which in turn supports heart health in a subtle but meaningful way. One cardiologist remarked, "It's not a replacement for medication, but the circulatory support it offers is genuinely impressive, especially for patients who suffer from chronic swelling or poor circulation." Many older adults know the feeling of heavy legs, swollen ankles, or the sensation of being a little more sluggish than they used to be. Those symptoms don't always come from the heart itself, but from the lymphatic and venous systems struggling to keep things flowing efficiently. This mixture, especially when paired with a warm towel or compress, encourages the body to release built-up waste and reduce internal congestion. Think of it like gently unblocking a traffic jam. Nothing dramatic, just steady, supportive movement. Take the example of Margaret, an 81-year-old widow, who began using this blend at the recommendation of a neighbor. She soaked a small cloth in warm castor oil mixed with a pinch of baking soda and placed it over her chest for about 30 minutes each evening. After a week, she noticed she was sleeping better and didn't feel as tight or heavy in her chest when she woke up. She told her daughter, "It just feels like my body is working again, not fighting itself." The effect isn't magic, but it's grounded in something very real: the body's own wisdom. When given the right support, even gentle support, the body can begin to rebalance itself. And for seniors looking for natural ways to feel a little lighter, breathe a little easier, and move a little better, this method is gentle, accessible, and worth considering. If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 2 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 3, natural relief for chronic skin conditions. The third benefit of mixing castor oil with baking soda is something that many older adults quietly hope for, but often struggle to find gentle, lasting relief from chronic skin issues. Over the years, the skin becomes thinner, more reactive, and often more prone to dryness, flaking, or sensitivity. And for those who deal with things like eczema, psoriasis, or long-lasting patches of inflammation, the options can feel frustrating. Prescription creams may be too harsh. Over-the-counter products might not be strong enough. That's where this natural blend can offer a middle ground: supportive, soothing, and surprisingly effective. According to one skin specialist, "I'm surprised by how well it calms irritated skin without steroids." Some patients come back weeks later with visibly improved areas and fewer flare-ups. The reason lies in the way these two ingredients complement each other. Castor oil is deeply moisturizing, but more than that, it carries anti-inflammatory and antimicrobial properties that calm the skin without clogging pores. Baking soda, when used in very small amounts, acts as a gentle exfoliant and pH balancer, helping to reduce itching and neutralize bacterial overgrowth. Together, they can reduce redness, soften scaly patches, and restore the skin's natural barrier, something many seniors don't even realize is weakening over time. When applied as a paste and left on irritated skin for 10 to 15 minutes before rinsing, many users report noticeable changes within a few days. The area feels smoother, looks less inflamed, and most importantly, becomes more comfortable. For someone who's been scratching the same dry patch for months, that's more than just physical relief, it's a return to peace. David, a 68-year-old former mechanic, had tried everything for the stubborn dry patches on his elbows and knees. He had nearly given up when a friend from his church suggested he try this home remedy. Within a week, the rough spots softened. By the second week, they no longer itched. He didn't believe it at first, but the mirror told the truth. "I don't know why it works," he said, "but I know what I see, and I like it." This is one of those cases where nature quietly steps in, where medicine sometimes falls short. It's not about replacing medical care, but about offering something safe and practical that actually helps people feel better in their skin, literally. For many older adults, that's not a small thing. It's a daily blessing. Number 4, soothing comfort for joint and muscle pain. For many older adults, stiffness and joint pain are as routine as the morning coffee. Whether it's the slow ache in the knees when getting out of bed, or the deep, nagging soreness in the lower back after a walk, these discomforts tend to sneak into daily life without asking for permission. That's why the fourth benefit of this simple castor oil and baking soda blend feels like such a gift. Used as a gentle rub or compress, this combination can bring real comfort to those tired, overused joints and muscles. A pain management doctor once said, "Some of my older patients swear by it for nightly relief. It's not a cure, but it's helped them rest better. And that alone makes a difference." Here's why it seems to work. Castor oil is naturally rich in ricinoleic acid, a compound known to ease inflammation and improve circulation. When applied to sore areas, it penetrates deeply, far beyond the surface of the skin. The baking soda, when blended in small amounts, seems to enhance that absorption and help reduce underlying tension in the tissue. It's a 1-2 punch: ease the inflammation, then soften the tightness. No pills, no heavy side effects, just a natural approach that feels soothing and, for many, surprisingly effective. Consider the story of Linda, a 74-year-old grandmother of 5, who used to love working in her garden until arthritis in her fingers made holding a trowel feel unbearable. A neighbor shared a recipe: warm a spoonful of castor oil, mix in a pinch of baking soda, and massage it gently into her hands each evening. Within 2 weeks, she was back outside trimming the rose bushes. "I still feel it sometimes," she said, But it doesn't stop me anymore. These kinds of results might not show up on a billboard or television commercial, but they matter. They're real. And when you can lift a pot, grip a doorknob, or hold a grandchild without wincing, that's not just comfort, it's freedom. The kind of freedom that makes everyday life more joyful. And isn't that what we're all after in the end? If you're still watching this video and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 4 below to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you subscribe and turn on the bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Now let's move forward. Number 5, gentle detox and lymphatic support. As we grow older, our bodies tend to slow down, not just in movement, but in the subtle systems we don't often think about. The lymphatic system, for instance, plays a vital role in clearing waste and toxins from our tissues. But unlike the heart, it has no central pump. It relies on movement, breath, and gentle stimulation to keep things flowing. When it gets sluggish, we may not notice immediately, but over time, signs start to appear: puffiness, fatigue, a dull complexion, even recurring aches that don't seem tied to any injury. This is where the castor oil and baking soda blend shows its 5th and perhaps most quietly powerful benefit. One integrative physician commented, "I've used this method in detox protocols. It's gentle yet powerful. Patients often report feeling lighter, clearer, and less bloated within a week." Applied to areas like the lower abdomen, underarms, or the soles of the feet, places where lymph nodes tend to gather, this mixture appears to stimulate gentle drainage and promote the removal of cellular waste. The castor oil softens tissue and improves circulation, while the baking soda helps to rebalance surface pH and reduce local irritation. Combined, they create a supportive environment that encourages the body's natural detox process to function more efficiently. Barbara, a 76-year-old who'd battled chronic fatigue and general swelling in her hands and ankles, began using the mixture once every 2 days. She applied it to her lower abdomen with a warm compress and rested for about an hour. "I didn't expect much," she admitted, "but I woke up the next morning feeling like I'd slept better than I had in months." Over the next week, she noticed her rings fit more loosely and the tightness in her ankles had eased. It's easy to underestimate the power of subtle changes. But when your body begins to release what it's been quietly holding on to, the effect can be profound. You may find your energy returning, your thinking feeling clearer, or your body moving with a little more ease. These are signs that something good is happening under the surface, something that speaks to balance, renewal, and restoration. For many seniors, these changes don't just affect physical health. They bring with them a sense of emotional relief. Knowing your body is still capable of responding, still able to heal and release, is a powerful reminder that aging doesn't mean giving up. Sometimes it just means paying attention and offering your body the quiet help it needs. Final thoughts. By now you've seen just how powerful a simple blend of castor oil and baking soda can be. Not because it's trendy or expensive, but because it works in quiet, consistent ways that support the body's own wisdom. From easing joint pain to soothing irritated skin, from promoting scalp health to gently supporting your heart and lymphatic system, this mixture taps into nature's ability to restore, refresh, and remind us that healing doesn't always come in a bottle from the pharmacy. One of the most inspiring things about these 5 benefits is how accessible they are. You don't need a prescription, a long list of ingredients, or a complicated routine. What you need is curiosity, a little consistency, and a willingness to believe that sometimes the answers have been sitting in your cupboard all along. And beyond the physical improvements, what this mixture really offers is something we don't talk about enough: hope. Hope that change is still possible. Hope that aging doesn't mean surrendering to discomfort. Hope that there are still tools out there, simple and real, that can help you feel just a little more at ease in your body. So maybe it's not just about the oil or the baking soda. Maybe it's about remembering that you're not stuck, that you still have options. That small steps like a warm compress or a gentle scalp massage can have ripple effects you didn't expect. Because when your body starts to feel better, everything else starts to shift too. Your energy, your confidence, your sense of possibility. Thank you for joining us today. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to use it in your life. Your thoughts are important to us, so don't hesitate to share them. Reading your comments gives us great motivation and encouragement. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us continue creating good content to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.